In the COVID crisis, I hear from shattered women every day. If they are working, they're likely on the PUP or else on the front line. If they're caring for children with special needs, they're terrified, they feel imprisoned, and they're terrified of catching COVID and who will mind their children if they die. If they have a problem with alcohol or food, it's magnified. If they're working from home, they're doing the times tables and the spelling in between Zoom meetings. If they're living with a violent partner, they feel there is no escape. In overcrowded housing, they're moving piles of people and piles of stuff, physical, emotional and psychological. Globally, the COVID crisis is hammering everybody, but especially hammering women, and Ireland is not immune. Last Saturday, we saw a violent attack on our Gardaí at an anti-lockdown demonstration. My daddy was a superintendent in Garda Síochána, so my thoughts were immediately with the Garda families. I remember as a child sitting on the pillar in my front garden the day of the Dublin Monaghan bombings, waiting for him to come home, long before the days of mobile phones. Saturday's demonstration was a threat to public health and a right kick in the teeth to all of us, but it was a particular insult to healthcare workers, our cleaners, our supermarket workers, teachers and SNAs, women who have been heroes of the year. But beyond the violence were ordinary women and girls, mostly not well off, many disinformed, misled and manipulated by two sides. Firstly, by some elements of the media who rile them up one week and excoriate them the next. Secondly, the far right, who have nothing to offer these women but fear, hate and lies, and the possibility of a fine or worse, a criminal record. Trouble for them and trouble for all of us. These women don't matter to the populist politics of the right, where welfare cheats cheat us all and migrants are left to drown in the Mediterranean. These women don't matter because they're outside of the tight patriarchal circle of power, influence, leaks and access. And on International Women's Day, the challenge for us as Democrats and parliamentarians is to ask how these and other women are being manipulated in this dangerous world of division and disinformation. We are a tiny island. Practically everybody knows everybody in Ireland, excoriating each other as deplorables, as they did in the States, would destroy our communities here. We are too small an island for that to happen, and it would just wreck democracy, and democracy would be what pays the price. While we make the effort to reach out to these women and girls, instead of mocking them and pointing fingers at them as we have done in the past, can we listen to their worries? Because women without money and security are terrified in the COVID crisis. Most are not spending lockdowns in airy villas looking out on the views of the sea or the Victorian Square. The women who contact me across North Kildare are barely breathing with loss, fear, hardly any money, inadequate supports and too much overcrowding. On International Women's Day and every day, we need to listen to our women. We need to listen to their experiences during this pandemic. I've been involved in all kinds of debates affecting women in my first year as a Teachta Dála and dealing with the legacy of this Conservative state. It's not enough to have more women in politics. We need more women who reject the politics of the patriarchy, the politics of austerity, cuts and poverty. Across the island, women are at the heart of every community group and every local project. Could COVID-19 and other issues have been handled differently if we had diverse, progressive women at decision-making tables? I believe yes, Ara. It feels to me like we are facing a reckoning in this state over the last period, and it is now the time truly to listen to women. As we plan for life post-COVID, the women and men of Sinn Féin will give our best, will give our all to change and challenge the residual elements in this patriarchal state apparatus that is trying to hold back the change so badly needed.
Thank you.